And then even these robots, we make them ourselves, like the one you have. We make them ourselves. So we try to teach them some skills. And then sometimes we learn skills like soap making, we learn skills like peacemaking.
Do you follow up on these projects?
Yes, we do.
The guides are benefiting?
Yes, they are benefiting.
How many regions do we have in the country, Uganda?
12. And I will proudly inform you that while the government was still looking for a way of vocationalizing some schools, we vocationalized some schools in Eastern Uganda.
Wow.
We taught girls how to write project proposals and how to run projects, and they asked for and they wrote proposals themselves. We had to give them we put them into what we call solution labs. In these solution labs were a period of time where girls had to stay in an intensive training with experts on proposal writing to help them develop skills. They decide on what they would like to work on as a way of protecting them from GBV, because some of them would tell us, the reason maybe border guy used there is because he wanted to buy for her, he promised to buy for her pads. So we thought maybe if these girls were empowered with some skills for making money, they can also learn to value themselves.
The risk also reduces.
So we asked them, what things do you think?
Yes.
What things do you think you can do to safeguard you? And others said we can make popcorn. Others say we want to learn to make cakes. Others said we want to do tailoring and so on. So we collect them into solution labs and sent their role models and people who could help them come up with, develop their ideas into proposals, which were later funded. And these girls, you can check out Koma SS, Wanyala Primary School in Mbale, Namata Doko Primary School. These schools have doing well.
We wish as SSTV to join these girls and then to interview them and promote them as they are doing their craft, because this is really beautiful and it's done by Girl Guides of Uganda. Please, parents out there, encourage your children to join the Girl Guides of Uganda so that they can learn this. And very more, I think that's a doormat.
Yeah,
it's a rag.
It's a rag. Yeah, do you see how beautiful it is? Just imagine if it's your daughter who has made it, you can sell it out to get school fees. It's done easily and locally here in Uganda by our girls, and beautiful in our home. We are also seeing the reusable pads.
These are made in our project areas.
These are some of the projects. Please support them. Are they sold in supermarkets?
We've not yet gone there, but they buy them from their schools.
But they buy from schools.
So that they do not suffer.
Hey teachers, please.
Supermax too.
Supermax. This is, I think, for heavy duty people.
So there are three. Each pack has three.
There are three in each pack. They're reusable, easily to clean, I believe. Teachers and headmistresses, please encourage these clubs in your school so that the students can really, after a long time of years, they will celebrate you for having allowed the Girl Guides Association as a club in the school and having taught them how to manage their sanitary health. Because when a girl is clean during those few days, I believe she's always happy. Yes. The nurse, before we used to call you neck, neck for the Girl Guides. But because learning does not end, I've also learned that your nurse, our nurse, she was telling us about the different regions we have in the country.
Yes.
So could you please elaborate more and then tell us where these offices are? Because someone may not come here at Wandegea, the headquarters, but after seeing this interview, she may want, or a father to that particular girl may want to reach out to the girl guides. Where can he go? Where can we go? The phone numbers, if they are available. We have social media platforms. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Like I said, we have 12 regions. We have, in the north, we have northern one. Northern one is mainly Lango region. Northern one is actually sub-region.
Actually, that's
Gulu, Kitugu, and so on. And then the Lango sub-region is northern 2. And then West Nile is northern 3. And if anybody who needs to get in touch with the girl guides goes through the education office. They usually have assigned us to the education office, Department of Sports Officers, share offices with the girl guide leaders. Then in Eastern, no, that's northern. Eastern, we've also got Eastern 1 and Eastern 2, Eastern 3. Eastern 1 is the Busoga region. Eastern 2 is all the way from Palisa, Mbale, and Kapchora. Busia, it has diversity like United Nations. And then Eastern 3 is the Teso sub-region, where you get Ngora, Kumi, Soroti, Serere. And if you want to meet the girl guide leaders, please visit the education offices, and they'll direct you to where to find them. Specifically in the sports officers' offices.
The office of the Minister of Education.
The education offices, district education offices, okay. And they are attached to the sports officers, sports department. They have different desks in the same office. And when you come to Central, we've got Central 1 and Central 2. Central 1 is Mukono, Buyigwe, Kampala, Wakiso, Mitiana. That's Central 1. Central 2 is the Masaka region. Greater Masaka region, where you even have the Sese Islands. All those are in Central 2. And then we have Western 1, that is the area of Mbarara. Western 2, you move down to Isinjiro. Then we have Southern 1, that is Kanungu area. And then we have the area of Kasese, Southern 2. So those are all, but everywhere you want to join or ask about girl guides, please go through the education officer's office. And they will find you someone to work with.
As you directed us to the different offices that you can go to so that you can join the girl guides, how many guides do you have in Uganda? The percentage?
We've got over 400,000 girl guides who are registered members. Because we sometimes also go out there and get surprised. We find people in uniform and they tell us we are girl guides, so where are you based? And we've never seen them. But they are girl guides.
So after joining, ensure you're registered.
Yeah. So those that are registered are the ones we tell you. So kindly, if you're out there, register with us so that we can establish our actual number.
Go to the offices of the Department of Education, and then you become a girl.
This helps them in several ways. Because if you are not registered, we cannot track you. And you can lose out on activities and benefits. Because on some of the things we give people opportunity, they should have been girl guides. And if we've not been able to track you all along the way, you might miss out.
How have you managed this position of being a nurse? Because when you introduced yourself, I think the task is big. How are you running the office?
Yeah, like for every pull there is a push. But somehow we manage because it's mainly human resource management. You coordinate with people, you liaise with people to do work. You have to be a good human resource manager to be able to work. You need to have a lot of patience because, like you've seen, they come from diversity. The girl guides are of different age categories and with different social backgrounds. But we all have a way of unifying and working together. You only need to be a good human resource personnel, and also you need to be a person who is empathetic, who fits in other people's positions, and not a person who is judgmental, knowing that we don't subscribe to any creed, we don't have so much uniformity, but what brings us together is the creed. And you are supposed to be sisters to every other person. And then the hard work. You have to work hard so that there are programs running with the supporting staff. You can't work alone. You have many times to delegate, because I work with a PO, program officer, who coordinates the projects. They are very different. This one's a project coordinator. The PO is Susan Asio, and the PO coordinates the implementation of projects. They report to the PO, then the PO reports to me. I have to work with the accounts department and see that we uphold the policies, everything we do in tandem with the provided guidelines. And then you also have to see that work goes on. You coordinate, see what are people doing in the field, what is needed where. You do a needs assessment to know what is required to be done where. Just have to keep on your toes.
Thank you very much. How long have you been the nurse?
Since 2017. February.
And I believe you're doing a good work.
You say you believe?
Examine yourself.
I think I'm doing a good work because there have been so many innovations in this time. Previously, people would work like ad hoc, but when you came into place, we looked at having a strategic plan, we looked at having policies in place, we looked at empowering the regions, so we had to put changes in structures. Previously, people would only come to headquarters for everything. Every information need to come to headquarters. But we have diversified. We have empowered the regional representatives, and they are able to empower. We are going to put out a pool of trainers that regions can train their own girl guides. Because if you know very well, if you have a very vast area to manage and with minimal
resources,
human resource, you might fail. If you read about the kingdom of Obunyoro. So we have subdivided and we've empowered people. We've rolled down a strategic plan. They do their work plans and they run their activities.
How many nurses has Uganda had?
How many?
100 years.
The nurses? I haven't established so many, but so far I think I know about 5. I've known of 5. I know Missy Ruva, I know Antex, I know the one I succeeded is around Prudence, I know Patience Kabatangare, I know Let Claire, what was there? Namagidini. Kabaganda was not a nurse, was an accountant. So the next office didn't start with the first offices of guides. No.
Okay.
It came in along the way. Yeah. Previously at headquarters they used to have only the chief and the national trainer, mainly 2 staff.
Who's the chief girl guide of Uganda currently?
She's called Susan Inamarome. She's
Any
based
other
in
positions above you that any person who's a girl guide out there viewing us, and any person who's interested in joining I'd like to know the leadership.
Leadership.
At least from top up to somewhere.
Okay, from top, the organization structure. Up we have the patron, who is the first lady. Usually the wife of a sitting president is the patron of Uganda Girl Guides Association. And today it's the Mama Janet Kataha Museveni, the Minister of Education, who is our patron. And next to that line is our trustees. There are three. The board of trustees is made up of three. Mrs. Ruth Masika, a lawyer, retired. Mr. Albert Blue Abaliwano comes from Kamori. And Dr. Alibakiza Emmanuel, former Prime Minister of Nyoro, and currently is also nurse at the Catholic Church headquarters. Those are our board of trustees. And then we come to the council, which is headed by a chairperson council. Currently it's Miss Santa Akulu Oketa. She's based in Ikulu. And then after the council is where all girl guides meet for the AGM. So after below the council is the board, the National Executive Board, and that one is headed by the Chief Commissioner Uganda Girl Guides Association, and currently it's Miss Susan Namarome. She's in Michiana. And then I head the secretariat. This is the organ that runs work, operations. That's like the kitchen where all food, everything is prepared and served. So
have the biggest
and I've got this is where all work is done. But I'm happy to report that I've got a very supportive and industrious staff. We are around 12 in number, and we have the nurse, the PO. Got about 3 or 4 project coordinators, we've got project assistants, we've got 3 accountants, we've got a security personnel, we've got a transport officer, we've got a warden for the campsite.
We are grateful. We are grateful for the good work you're doing for the girls and the boys as the secondary goal.
The boys are secondary because they are very crucial in our lives. The reason we reach out to the boys, I'll give for example, when we addressed the project we talked about girls as drivers of change. We want them to take the lead, not always say, no, they will decide for me. My mother said, no, we want to empower them. Now they can take decisions on things that affect them. And the boys have to support them. Because in this specific project I'm talking about, girls as drivers of change, we train the girls on what GBV is. Because not all violence is GBV. So when we know when the girls can identify GBV, and they can know that no, these things can lead to me being abused. Then we also train their brothers, because these are your sisters. You need to protect them. So if he also stood up for his sisters, said no, mother, if you want to, daddy, even if we don't have money, but don't send this one into marriage. She's still young. If he had his voice to the community, to change his mind. And if he's out there at school, even if he's not necessarily a biological brother, but in that God created both man and woman, male and female. And look at every woman or every girl in the community as your sister. So if people raped another girl, don't say I don't know whose sister that one is. Imagine, supposing it was your sister. So if you put out this voice that she is someone's sister, she could be my sister, you are bound to protect.
Then
This sense of belonging.
Then we also like the second beneficiaries for guiding men, because you find that being girls, we are married to, we have our husbands.
Yeah.
Our husbands are so supportive to us.
And we give back to boys.
Yes, we
as
give back to
well.
boys. Yes, the boys are actually
we
our
train them.
children. And then again, they are brothers to the girl guides. Whatever the girls learn, they go back home and train the boys also. And then we also have boys as friends of guiding. We find that they give us support. Like in case of fundraising and what, we have those people who always support us. And then again, our girls, when they are in school and their activities that need paying for, their fathers pay for them. So they automatically become
Friends of
guiding. And
We have that section.
That section. Then we also have they are our media influencers. Remember the media influencers, they are boys, the men.
We specifically have one, Mukasibante, Edgar. He's not a guy, but
then also among the trustees, 2 of them are men.
I've had Emmanuel, so
The 2 of them are men. So you find that even in our structure we have men. And then also at our council, the council we have a religious leader, who is usually a man. And then on our council we're also supposed to be having a scout on the council. Yes.
So men out there watching SSTV, please support the Girl Guides of Uganda. So because you are the secondary beneficiaries, when us the ladies are good, automatically you become good. You've talked about the membership. How much is the membership fee, and when does one register, and after how long?
Okay, membership fee, we have annual subscription. People will pay membership fee once when they are arriving, registering with us.
Once, not every year, not every
Not every
month.
year. But then they pay annual subscription, which varies.
So we can
Just
say
like
it starts from 20,000 shillings a year. So we can say it starts from 2,000 shillings to 20,000 shillings.
So just with
A
your
year.
2K, you can register and become a Girl Guide of Uganda. How much is our uniform?
The uniform, we have also, like we said, we have branches.
Yeah.
The uniform for a person like me
the
costs
order.
150,000.
150.
Then we have the uniform for maybe the ones in the young
the
leaders.
rainbows. You
So
said
the rainbows
50,000.
50,000. Then
Then rainbows up to
Yeah.
junior guides 50,000.
rainbows, brownies, juniors 50. Then rangers.
now the one for rangers that
Depends on one's size
it can
and
come to
the
80,000.
material.
They are doing weird things because they weren't guided. But if you guide your girl very well, remember at the tender age of 3 years, you can become a girl guide and start being guided by the nursery teachers, by the neighbors, by the parents, plus the schools where you are going to attend your nursery school, plus all the levels of life. You can be allowed to join the Girl Guides Association to be guided to become of importance and value to the community. Keep watching as we encourage the scout mentality. I've seen these ladies having the Girl Guide mentality. That's why they can come out boldly and discuss issues of national importance.